my channel. This is Tita Lavinia of Titas of Pageantry, and for this episode, I will be bringing you my favorite shots for the evening gown looks at Miss Universe Philippines 2024. So please make sure you stick around. Please subscribe to the channel as well as hit that bell notification button for your weekly pageant fix. Guys, so I just wrapped up my live video with you, but I purposely didn't discuss anything about the evening gown looks that were published before going live because I wanted to dig a little deeper on who the designers were and if there were other photos that were nicer than what they submitted. So yeah, I still have one more episode I think I owe you guys, but I wanted to get this one out as early as possible because I have the information with me and I cannot wait to share them with you. So the photo shoot for the evening gown, I think that this is one of the shoots that the girls and their team produced because it had the same look and feel as the headshots. So this isn't as uniform as the Jewel Mer Miss Universe Philippines shoot that we saw earlier with the same lighting, same filter and feel. So this one is heavily reliant on number one, the gown choice, and number two, the treatment of the actual photos. I do know that there were some gowns that looked really nice but didn't register well on camera. So the way I chose my top 12, because I will be giving you 12 girls from this list, is really a combination of the pose, the composition, and of course the actual dress. So I'm going to scoot over to this side so it will be easier for me to show you my top 12 picks. Let me start off with number 12. I will be giving this one to a candidate that's getting me quite interested. She is, of course, Miss Universe Philippines Leyte, Angel Rose. I don't know who made her dress. It was a blue dress and it was flowy. It had a little bit of cutout. It was styled by Enj Puno. Unfortunately, there were no other credits towards the designer or the designers. But what really made me interested was the way they treated her legs. I don't know if there's some like Photoshop magic there. I just feel that she has one of the best legs for this edition. Number 11 for me is Miss Pampanga, Miss Universe Pampanga. Of course, she is Cyrille Payumo. Her dress was a gold dress that had strings and a little bit of like skin action. It was by Jamer Louis. I love the composition. This was a makeup that we commended Cyrille before. It's a really good like color palette for her. So for her to wear something gold, I think that she really shown, and it was really bright and was really nice against her skin tone. Number 10, I will be giving this to my sentimental favorite in the competition. She is Miss Universe Cainta, Stacy Gabrielle. Now, her gown was made by Job Dacon. I don't know if I pronounced that right. I am familiar with this designer though. I just never really had the chance to really say his name, but yes, I'm familiar with the designer. Very good designer. In fact, this was a really nice dress. But if you're wondering why Stacy is at my number 10th spot, I think it may have something to do for me with the overall styling. This was the hair and makeup that we weren't too keen on because we felt that it was just a little too severe. So I suspect that this came from the same photo shoot. But the dress itself, I absolutely love. It reminds me of Howl's room from Howl's Moving Castle, if you're familiar. Of course, I'm going to post a photo. But yes, oh, I have cats everywhere. They're back. But yes, going back to the dress, she's in my 10th spot because I feel that however beautiful this dress is, it just seemed a little overwhelming for her frame. And I know that they artistically fixed the hem so it would look like those fashion editorials, but you could also see that the dress seemed a little too long for Stacy. So that's just my reason. But overall, if it had if it was made for her, if it was fit for her, if the makeup was just a little less severe, I think she would have gone higher up on my list. Number 9, I will be giving my 9th spot to another favorite of mine. She is, of course, Miss Universe Baguio, Tara Valencia. She is wearing a gown by Glenn's Aquino. Now, the silhouette of this gown is very similar to what Michelle Arceo wore when Michelle submitted her application at Miss Grand Philippines. And that was also a design based of a dress that was worn by Bella Hadid in Cannes. So yeah, they just changed the colors to black and gold. It had a very Scaparelli feel at the end, maybe not as elevated as Scaparelli, but the whole look for Tara was just so theatrical. I mean, if you're going to go for, these colors and the texture of the fabric, then might as well be theatrical with the hair and makeup, and I think they really achieved that. Number 8, I will be giving this to another heavy favorite in the competition, Alexie Brooks of Iloilo. Her gown was made by Olivier Solweta. I'm just not sure if Olivier Solweta is from Iloilo, but it's a bustier type of gown. It has like a little bit of uh, like sculpting work. But I absolutely love the whole composition because it reminded me of a darker Belle from Beauty and the Beast, and the lighting and the way the fabric touched the light and how it was see-through and you could see like the light peeking out. It really reminded me of a Disney poster, if this made sense to you. And by the way, let me just go back to Alexie because these are all very visual, you see, and I am getting some comments here and there saying, you're not putting Alexi on your higher spot because Alexi didn't agree to have an interview with you guys. It's not like that. Of course, we're not that petty. um Everything that we've been judging so far, everything that we've been discussing so far are purely visual. These are like print, these aren't like video, so you can't really measure Alexi's prowess in speaking and her movements. We're not there yet. So I know that every time I put her in my list, she's always like probably in the middle or maybe in the lower part of my list. But that's not being personal with Alexi. That's really because I want to see more from Alexi. There was so much hype surrounding Alexi that I want that to happen. Like I really want it to come to fruition. So if Alexi is still in the middle spot, it means that there is still recognition for Alexi, but they really have to step up and elevate when it comes to the visuals. And one of the things that I keep on like repeating is just the styling. At least make some minor changes with her hair, because if you're going on in the competition and there hasn't been like any movements with the styling, then something is really amiss here with the communication of what we expect and what we want to see from her. So just to be clear, we're not getting personal just because she didn't agree to an interview or that they didn't get back to me. There were others, guys, that didn't get back to me, let me tell you. Okay. Number 7. I think this will be surprising to a lot of you because she sits on my 7th spot, but I will be giving this to another heavy favorite in the competition, Christi McGarry of Taguig. Now, of course, she's wearing a beautiful corseted bustier dress. I don't know why Ponyo keeps on circling around. I think she hears food. I don't know what's happening. But the point is, going back to Christi McGarry, I am familiar with this dress. I'm familiar with this style. I'm familiar with this gown. And it is because of my familiarity that I have put her in my 7th spot, only because I feel like I've seen this before. I know that she has a strong partnership and a strong connection with Mark Baumgartner, which means that throughout the duration of her stint, and if she ends up winning Miss Universe Philippines, we will definitely see more of this collaboration. So I hope that they get to really push it a little further, because now I am really understanding that Christy McGarry's attack or her strategy isn't really full blown this time. At some point, she gets overshadowed by the other heavy favorites, and I think I finally figured out why. It's because Christy McGarry has been in our consciousness for quite some time. She has done modeling stints and she has done a lot of events, either in fashion or in music. So even if she stopped competing as early as 2015, 2016, like she has always been there. She has always worn clothes. She has always worn them for runway events or maybe photo shoots. So it's a little difficult to really separate Christy McGarry now as a candidate as opposed to how she is as a print model, because this is something that we regularly see. So if they will up or elevate Christy McGarry maybe try to elevate her in such a way that's more palatable to maybe a pageant audience, because we're already known to her, like we already know her as a fashion girl. So if we see all of these clothes and these are pretty much the same clothes that she has modeled in the past, then there's no innovation there. So we need to see a little bit of that difference. Dami ko sinabi, di ba? All right. I want to go now to my number 6 spot. She will be, of course, Christina Chalk of Miss Universe Philippines UK. So I don't know who made her gown, because the credits only pointed towards her stylist. Hello, Sir Patrick. I'm suspecting this is a Louis Pangilinan because of the scroll work, because of the detailing. I like this on her. Maybe the whole composition of the photo could have been more vibrant, but I like the photo. I love the white. I love the choice of that dress on her, because she does have that ethereal look going on. She does have that, really delicate and magical goddess thing going on. And I thought that this was a perfect dress for her. Number 5, I will be giving this to Miss Universe Philippines Zambales, Anita Rose. Now, I love the photo composition because it seemed like it was made for a bridal editorial. It's a little different from the others because this is more made, it's more done. Even the lighting is more dramatic, and you could see the dress. It had a lot of things going on, but it seemed really cohesive, and Anita looked really calm, and she looked like she was like properly ready for a beautiful portrait. So yeah, I put her in my 5th spot. Number 4 is someone that I'm really getting more excited with. I'm talking about Miss Universe Philippines Bulacan, Chelsea Manalo. Now, we waited for her. I don't know with you. At least for me, I waited for her. But I'm happy that she's getting her groove. She's very consistent in a lot of this, like these lists that I put out. She's always there, and she's always like in the middle. So I'm really happy to see her. The composition of this gown look, it's a little on the dark side, so I wish it had more lighting, but at least it made sense if they're going for drama. She was in a silver dress, and then it had like a flowy teal cape, and it all looked very Dune. It all looked very Zendaya. It all looked like very dramatic and, I don't know, desert-like. I totally feel it. It's very atmospheric, if that even makes sense. So yeah, I definitely love the photo that came out and the other photos that came out. Number 3, I think you're sleeping on this girl. I'm just really happy to have her on my high list. I think you're gonna be surprised if I get the chance to also do the other episode for you, but I'm really happy to at least put a spotlight on her. I will be giving my 3rd spot to Alex Rosales. She is Miss Universe Philippines Laguna. She is wearing a silvery Louis Pangilinan, and I love the vibe. Of course, she's from Laguna. She is still working with the same team who has produced like these beautiful photos for her previous stint. She was a previous title holder, supermodel of the Universe Philippines. I don't know. Anyway, she's a title holder, and she employed her the same artistic team for her stint at Miss Universe Philippines, and it seems like they're also getting their groove. Everything is working for her now. She has her designer Louis Pangilinan, and the whole vibe is very Mariang Makiling. I think it's just fitting, and that beautiful face and that focus on that beautiful Filipina features. I think we should see more of that. Number 2, I'm really excited for this one. She is one of the most consistent girls. I mean, even I was just really surprised with how well she's holding on to this new packaging, new persona, new skin color. Everything is working for her. I'm talking about Ahtisa Manalo, of course, from Quezon Province. Now, she's wearing a dress by Rap Soligam, and it's interesting because this is a dress that's more out there. It's called the Rio dress, and it's a combination of silver and aqua and blue, and it's really very festive. It does give you the very idea of a Rio carnival. It does have that look, and I absolutely love Ahtisa's styling. I mean, it seemed like she was going to host a dance show. It does have that feel. It's vibrant, and that beautiful face. That face was just made nicely, let me tell you. My number 1 spot, I am so happy to announce, and I just want to address this. That's why I got so shocked. when I got a question, when I read out a question on my live sesh asking me about a certain candidate fading. Now, let me dispel this. I honestly don't think that she is fading at all. I think that she hasn't been consistent, but when she nails it, when she makes it to my list, at least the list that matters, then it means that she really did well. And I will be giving my number one spot for the best evening gown portrait to none other than Miss Universe Philippines Bacoor, VVV herself, Victoria Velasquez Vincent. Now, she wore a gumamela gown. This was made by Axel Ke from Cebu, of course. That's why it's theatrical. It's out there. It has touches of couture. It has volume. It has folds, and your eyes look at different directions because of the petals. It points to different areas of the actual photo. I think that she looked regal. I think that she really made good use of that vintage look to her, to that like Renaissance face of hers, like her very unique feature. She was lit nicely, nicely photographed. Everything worked, and it seemed like you could just put the letters that says Vogue and pass it off as a magazine cover. So I absolutely love even the other photos that were produced and the ones that they picked. So that's why it's so important for the team to really pick the most beautiful photos, because it's make or break. In my other videos, I didn't even put Victoria Velasquez Vincent because of a misstep in choosing the photos to submit. So I don't know who picked the photo for her, but I thought that this was fantastic. I thought that this was a really great way to harmonize aspects of your preparation, from your hair, your makeup, to the lighting, to the actual results of the photo or video. So for this, I hope that you agree. And if there are others that I didn't get to add to my list, I am so sorry. I'm pretty sure they're going to be added next time around. So for now, thank you so much, guys. And I will see you, I hope, very soon, because I do owe you another episode. For now, goodbye.